Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, YouTube viewers, wherever you are in the world. This is your girl, Jay Gaines, motivational speaker, author, and coach, coming to you live this evening to let you know that I'm here to answer some viewers' questions. We've had a lot of viewers send questions to me through PM, through Facebook, even Instagram. I had a lot of questions come through. So I'm here today and I'm going to take time. I wrote them down on some index cards and I'm going to take time to answer these questions for you. And make sure to like and subscribe to our channel. And also post in the comments below if you have any questions about any of these questions. So the first question is, what is a blind offer? Basically, a blind offer is when you have found a house, you did the ARV, you ran the comps and all of that, and you just want to send a potential offer to the seller. So there's a specific letter and agreement form, I won't say contract, agreement form that we use for that, for sending blind offers. So you give them three options on how you will purchase their property. What is the best time to put out bandit signs? I would say on a Friday evening. And there's a reason for that. Code enforcement is usually not out on Fridays, and by the time they get to your sign on Monday, enough eyes hopefully have been on your sign. What is a wholesaler? This is a biggie. So for those of you that are not clear on what a wholesaler is someone who finds a motivated seller or distressed seller, puts their property under contract, and sells their interest in the contract to an end buyer. It's only three people involved in a wholesale deal: the seller, the wholesaler, and the end buyer. Okay? Can you wholesale out of state? Absolutely. It's called virtual wholesaling. And a lot of my current students are doing it right now. So, what site tells you if someone is behind on their taxes? Usually the tax assessor site for your city. What main thing should you be aware of with a condo? HOA dues. Guys, that's real important if you're a wholesaler. You have to calculate that into your purchase price of your property. There's usually a fee to change the deed from the HOA, and there's also HOA dues that the person might have. Okay? Name three people to have on your team when you're a wholesaler. Well, you need a good, strong title company or an attorney, depending on what state you're in. You're going to need good bird dogs on your team. And I would say that you need a good skip tracer. I think a skip tracer is extremely important. Chicken or the egg? Who comes first, the buyers or the sellers? Guys, so many people want to know who comes first, chicken or the egg. I say find your buyer first. Because if your buyer tells you what they're looking for, what zip code they want to buy in, then you know how to go find them inventory. Why are out-of-state owners a great lead? Because 9 times out of 10, most out-of-state owners, believe it or not, either forgot about the property, don't care about the property, can't fly in to take care of it, or they're just done with it. So out-of-state owners are really good leads. Usually can get some good deals from out-of-state owners. Why is it easy to wholesale a burner? 9 times out of 10, when someone's house catches on fire, they've already got their insurance money. So they're not really concerned about getting a large chunk of money from the sale of that burn-up house. And they don't want to pay the city to tear it down. So usually you can get it under contract and wholesale it. You're driving for dollars and you see a rehab crew. 3 questions that you should ask them. The first one should be, are they working for an investor? Because then you want the investor's name because you know he buys in that neighborhood and he does rehab. Number 2, are they looking to buy some properties for themselves? And number 3, get their information, their business cards, their numbers or whatever, because you never know when you might need that crew to do some work for you on a property. And I'm not saying just take their word for it. Stand there for a minute, talk with them, and look at how they're doing the work. See if they're doing a good job. Me, I go all inside the house and everything. Walk us through how to buy a house with a realtor. Get your credit checked. Don't do anything for 45 days. Give some blood from your firstborn. No, I'm just kidding. It's usually a very tedious process. The first step is when you approach a realtor, if you haven't qualified credit-wise, they're not going to do business with you. You have to go and get qualified with a loan officer, mortgage broker, or someone like that to see if your credit is even worthy for them spending a lot of time showing your property. And then once you get it under, once your credit is at a certain level, they tell you don't do anything for 45 to 90 days to disrupt your credit rating. They also ask if you have a down payment or you're able to put a down payment, because more money you can put down unless you own the property allegedly. And then 3 months bank statements. There's a lot involved with working with a realtor when you're purchasing a house. So I don't want to go into everything. Why should you have a Google Voice? So that people are not calling your phone directly. You don't want people calling your private cell phone number. And what is a purchase agreement? A purchase agreement is an agreement between you and a seller. For example, Mr. Seller says, okay, I'm going to let you purchase my house that's worth $100,000 for $40,000. So you do a purchase agreement with that seller. And then you sell your vested interest in that purchase agreement to an end buyer. Why should a person have more than one bank account? Not only more than one bank account, more than one bank. If you have to go get something notarized, you want to be able to take it to any bank that you do business with. So I keep bank accounts with a lot of different banks. That way, when I'm out and I need something notarized or something like that, I have different banks I have accounts with. Now, I'm not saying I got $gazillion in all these accounts, but I have accounts open with different banks. Explain a bird dog's role in this business. A bird dog usually has two purposes. They bring you deals or they bring you leads on deals. So depending on how you work with your bird dog, they will be bringing you qualified leads on people that need to get rid of their properties. What is a free source to organize your buyers list? You can use a CRM, a paid CRM, or you can use Excel. When is a lockbox needed? Once you have a property under contract, instead of running out to the property constantly showing it, I advise my clients to have the seller put a lockbox on, or either they put a lockbox on the property so that they can just send someone out with the lockbox code. What is an affidavit of heirship and when is it needed? When you put a property under contract and there are 5 or 6 heirs and they live in different cities, you need affidavits of heirship. These are documents that are required by the title company to issue title policy to know all of the heirs to the family, to the property, before it can be closed on. So I'm going to stop right there for today, guys. I'll come back with some more. I got a stack of them here of questions that people have sent in to me over the years that I'm going to take time to answer. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. And also, if you have any comments, post them down in the comment box, and my information is in the description. Thank you, guys. Really appreciate it. Have a great day, and hope that information was helpful.